Towards the end of last week, there was a story that was really broken by the 442 website that Man City is interested in signing Kobbie Mainoo from Man United. And today we're here to obviously give you the latest news and information as far as that is all concerned. Welcome to this channel. This is the United Matters channel. First video of the day. Hope you guys are really having a fantastic stay wherever you are watching us from. This is Rock and David. You can as well call me RD. On to the United Matters channel, and we're here to obviously bring you the latest that you guys are really waiting for. And I know I've come in late, but we'll obviously try to make it a point that we reach that milestone that most of you are really eager to get. So we are talking Kobbie Mainoo into the mix, and I think I'm going to throw in a little bit of Marcus Rashford, right, being one of the threats to one of the best central defenders in the Premier League. They're just gonna hate to sign this season and so much more. So we thank God for the gift of life. The Muslims barakallahu fikum, and let's jet off. 442 reported Man City wants to sign Man United's 18-year-old English midfielder Kobbie Mainoo. That is the story that obviously came in through, and we all knew that Man City, however much they want to sign the boy is going to hate to commit, I think, to Man United for the next 5 years. Remember, last year, I think at the beginning of this year, was it I think towards the end of last year or beginning of this year, Kobbie Mainoo came up and obviously went ahead to sign a new contract at Man United. You know, he signed a new contract at Manchester United, and that contract was of 5 years, right? And Erik Ten Hag was impressed by his services, and he said this lad is really the next big thing at Man United. And after all that, we got a story coming in from Grammy Bailey that Kobbie Mainoo is very happy at Man United. He could make his first appearance of the season against Fulham. That never really happened, but the big story that has gone ahead to obviously raise recently is this. It's coming in from Steve Railson, Man United writer for the Man United news desk. He has gone ahead to let us know that Manchester United are relaxed about Manchester City's long-standing interest in Kobbie Mainoo. The player chose to join Man United's academy, and while Man City had attempted to lure him away at edges when it would have been possible, he had chosen to stay each time. So this isn't the first time that Man City are really coming in for Kobbie Mainoo, meaning that ever since he was young, they were going in for him. You know, they are going in for him, and obviously they wanted to obviously see to it that they sign him. You know, there is a battle between Manchester United and Manchester City. Manchester City is one of the best team with the best facilities that have gonna hate to see to it that they groom very many players that have gonna hate to obviously become what they are at the club of Manchester City. But the problem, the difference between Manchester City and Manchester United is that Manchester City have not gone ahead to produce any good player from the academy. That is it. I think the only successful project has been Phil Foden. That is it. But for Manchester United, this has been a culture at the club of Man United that they obviously get these players, especially the young players coming in from the academy, and they take them into the first team. Even before Sir Alex Ferguson was here, Sir Matt Busby, you know, those Busby babes that saw very many of them really die in the plane crash in Munich, were really given exactly what they wanted. You know, they were young and they were groomed to be turned into a very better team. So after that, Alex Ferguson came in through. That's where he brought in the likes of David Beckham from the academy, Paul Scholes, Nicky Butt, Phil Neville, Gary Neville. You understand? Paul Scholes, you know, that was the class of 1999, you know. Then after that, he went ahead to obviously get in other players from the academy. The Rafael da Silvas came in through. So it has been a cult or a culture at Manchester United that is supposed to be done day in, day out. Now, Marcus Rashford is really one of the most successful of all those that really came in from the academy in the recent past. Mason Greenwood if at all it was not for his problems, went ahead to obviously cause himself by beating his girlfriend. Have been another successful project coming in from the academy. Look at Alejandro Garnacho now. Look at Pelestri. Look at Amad Diallo. Look at Hannibal and Kobbie Mainoo. Amongst all those that I'm gonna hate to mention, is really one of those that has a very good go to start into the team of Man United. And I think if it was not the injury that he picked up when you're playing against Real Madrid in USA during the preseason, he would have been one of the pivotal players into the team of Man United. He has other qualities that Erik Ten Hag really wants. You know, it would have been Zidane, Igbo or Charlie Savage, but what really prevented them from obviously excelling at Man United was the lack of the physicality that is needed in the Premier League. Kobbie Mainoo is just 18, but he is a towering of a lad, and his physical build-up is really, really good, and he's under this manager, and we are not going to lose him to Manchester City. However much Man City are trying to push to it, obviously saying the player has always chosen Manchester United over them. Now, this is where you should get the confidence from. If this player has always chosen Manchester United over Manchester City since his childhood, do you think he can obviously leave Man United and go to Man City when Erik Ten Hag has gone ahead to instill a lot of faith in him and has shown him that he's ready to start and be part of the team of Man United at the age of 18? Right? So, the culture of really grooming young players at Man City has not all gone well. You know, when you look at that team of Manchester City, right now, they're only having Rico Lewis from the academy. Palmer was sold to Chelsea. Then Phil Foden is another one that obviously is really thriving at their club. But no big success story has been made at the side of City, especially for players coming in from the academy. But at Man United, Kobbie Mainoo has gone ahead to see to it that there are very many players that have gone ahead to obviously get a chance. Look at the likes of Scott McTominay. They came in from the academy and they're still playing at the club of Man United. And so at United, there is a lot of respect for young players like Kobbie Mainoo, and he also knows it that all can best happen while he's at Man United, and the best person to obviously take his career to where he wants it to be is Erik Ten Hag. That's why I think yesterday I came out and did a video and I told you that all what I want to see is Erik Ten Hag staying at the club of Manchester United, and the reason was simple. That we've seen very many talents fade out after. We've seen very many talents that United have gone ahead to build from the academy fade out when a manager is sacked. You know, Januzaj was really a very good player when David Moyes was here. When Louis van Gaal came in through, Januzaj dropped off and was sold. You know, Anton Martial, Rashford, there was the right is called Velora. There was this Bost, which was play as the left back. You know, Louis van Gaal had gone ahead to obviously make a very good team. You know, the Taylor Blackett's of this world. He had gone ahead to build up a team of young United Academy players. Yes, Lingard was one of the team also, was part of that team. And guess what? That project died off because he was sacked and Jose Mourinho was brought in. Then Ole Gunnar Solskjaer came in through. You know, now Erik Ten Hag is here, and things are obviously not going on. So the things are going on as planned, especially laying a very good lineage of players from the academy to come and play in the first team. And that's why I think we should keep Erik Ten Hag here. But for Kobbie Mainoo, he's really a very good kind of player that you obviously want to watch. He's a joy to watch, and I think most of you are really excited on when he's obviously going to get his first kick on the ball in the Premier League or in the season of Man United after returning from injury. Erik Ten Hag doesn't want to hurry him back, but he's that secret weapon that Erik Ten Hag is really having. And trust me, he's not going anywhere. He's not going to go at the club of Manchester City. He only wants to be at Man United, and he loves the club. So, after that, let's talk about Mark van der Ven. If you've been watching Mark van der Ven, he's one of the best players in the Premier League, especially in the central defense. You know, him and Christian Romero have gone ahead to make what we call a very good central defense partnership into that Spurs squad. And he was asked on who has been the toughest forward he has played against. He said Marcus Rashford. For me, he's a top player. The quality of Rashford is incredible. He's so strong with the ball and without the ball. For me, he is a world-class player. That's what Mark van der Ven is going to hate to say. So, as things stand, you really understand that things are really changing. One will ask, how could Marcus Rashford be regarded as a centre forward, yet he is played as a left forward most of the times of Man United, at Man United? Now, the second game we played, Marcus Rashford is played as a striker. You know, he was played as a striker not until Anton Martial returned and Rasmus Højlund really got fit. So in that game against Spurs, he was playing as a forward or a centre forward, and he faced off Mark van der Ven. So that's when they went ahead to obviously meet and obviously see themselves obviously getting to where they are right about now. So it is really one of the most important decisions that Ten Hag had to take to get Marcus Rashford out of that striking role. But Mark van der Ven has gone ahead obviously to give Marcus Rashford his flowers, and Rashford never played over the weekend, that he hurt his head, but it might be a penalty given to him by Erik Ten Hag after partying hard after we lost to Manchester City by 3 goals. So guys, your thoughts on Kobbie Mainoo match to Manchester City interest are welcome in the comment section below. Marcus Rashford Van der Ven story, what do you make about it? Rock and David remains my name, and may the living to God bless you abundantly. I sign out for now. See you later, the Muslims. Barakallahu fikum. See you in the next coming hours as we obviously try to come up with the team that is obviously going to play against Copenhagen. Tomorrow, United is traveling to Copenhagen in Denmark to play that game. A must win is needed, and we are returning with the match preview of that game. I'm out.